December 26th, the day after Christmas, is supposed to be a time of laughter, leftovers, and quiet reflection. But for the Noll family in Freeport Township, Pennsylvania, one peaceful winter afternoon would shatter the holiday calm forever. What began as a quiet rural day on Garrison Ridge Road swiftly turned into one of the most chilling tragedies this small community had ever faced. At just before 2 p.m., Pennsylvania State Police were called to a farmhouse on a snowy stretch of road after reports of gunshots. The first officers to arrive found a horrifying scene: two parents, both with gunshot wounds, lying outside their own home. Emergency personnel raced them to a nearby hospital in Morgantown, West Virginia, where the woman, the family's mother, later succumbed to her injuries. Her husband, though wounded, survived and was later released in stable condition. But there was a twist that sent shockwaves through the tight-knit community. The alleged shooter was not a stranger, a criminal, or some unknown intruder. It was their own son, 18-year-old Jarrod Noll. Investigators would later determine that although the shots rang out outside the home, Jarrod's younger siblings were inside at the time, unaware of the terror unfolding just yards away. The children, whose ages were not publicly disclosed, were reportedly unharmed and later placed in the care of a family member, forever scarred by the traumatic ordeal. In moments like these, questions erupt. What could push a child to turn on his parents? Was there something broken beneath the surface of this family's holiday celebration? And how did an 18-year-old suddenly become the face of a family's worst nightmare? For now, authorities have remained tight-lipped about any clear motive, leaving the community and online true crime sleuths desperate for answers. When police identified Jarrod as the suspect, what followed was a tense, large-scale manhunt. Troopers warned the public that an armed and dangerous team was on the loose. Officers deployed helicopters, tracking dogs, and teams on foot, scouring the snowy woods that surround the Pennsylvania-West Virginia border in freezing winter conditions. For hours, the search yielded nothing. Was Jarrod hiding in the thick trees? Had he crossed state lines on foot? Was he cold, hungry, or still dangerous? Rumors raced through social media and neighborhood groups as the chilling possibility of an armed teen at large became real. Then came the twist that caught even seasoned investigators off guard. Less than 24 hours after the shooting, Jarrod was located, not deep in the woods, but in West Virginia itself. State police found him near 100, West Virginia, and in an almost surreal end to the search, he was taken into custody without incident. No dramatic standoff. No final chase. Just a quiet arrest that left everyone asking how it really ended so peacefully. Now, Jarrod sits in a West Virginia jail, waiting to be extradited back to Pennsylvania to face homicide and attempted homicide charges. His once ordinary life has dissolved into court dates, legal battles, and a community desperate for answers. Meanwhile, the surviving father, the siblings, and neighbors must grapple with a truth almost no one saw coming, that sometimes the most devastating violence doesn't come from outside, but from within the very place we feel safest, home. What was the real trigger? Were there signs no one noticed? Could this tragedy have been prevented? As more details unfold, this haunting case will continue to grip true crime followers not just for its brutality, but for the eerie normalcy that surrounded a day meant for joy. If you want updates and deeper analysis as this case develops, subscribe and hit the bell, because this story is far from over.